Hi all, welcome to the Darkest Dungeon. This time I'm going to run it with all the DLCs. So that's Colour of Madness and the Crimson Court. I've never played either of those two. We also run it with the Musketeer and... oh, what was the other one called? The Shieldbreaker. So before we start, I'll run the cinematic. If you don't want to watch this, I'll leave a link in the description below to fast forward this on.
Ruin has come to our family. You remember our venerable house? Opulent and imperial, gazing proudly from its stoic perch above the moor. I lived all my years in that ancient, rumor-shadowed manor, fattened by decadence and luxury. And yet I began to tire of conventional extravagance. Singular, unsettling tales suggested the mansion itself was a gateway to some fabulous and unnameable power. With relic and ritual, I bent every effort towards the excavation and recovery of those long-buried secrets, exhausting what remained of our family fortune on swarthy workmen and sturdy shovels. At last, in the salt-soaked crags beneath the lowest foundations, we unearthed that damnable portal antediluvian evil. Our every step unsettled the ancient earth, but we were in a realm of death and madness. In the end, I alone fled laughing and wailing through those blackened arcades of antiquity, until consciousness failed me. You remember our venerable house, opulent and imperial. It is a festering abomination. I beg you, return home, claim your birthright, and deliver our family from the ravenous, clutching shadows of the darkest dungeon.
I always love that cinematic. So as mentioned, we're going to use all of the DLCs, all the new stuff. I got it all off the Steam store quite a while ago in the preparation for after I'd finished the one I've kind of just finished. So we'll go with everything, stack and paint. We're going to use Radiant difficulty because I don't want to mess on with the late game grinding, and I think it's still challenging enough. So what should we call this one? I don't know, Canon Colour Flooded or something? Yeah, that sounds right. There we go. Canon Colour Fodder. Right. Let's go.
You will arrive along the old road. It winds with a troubling, serpent-like suggestion through the corrupted countryside, leading only, I fear, to ever more tenebrous places. There is a sickness in the ancient, pitted cobbles of the old road, and on its writhing path, you will face viciousness, violence, and perhaps other damnably transcendent terrors. So steel yourself, and remember there can be no bravery without madness. The old road will take you to hell, but in that gaping abyss, we will find our redemption.
Okay, so the old road. If you've never played Darkest Dungeon before, this is kind of like a brief tutorial on what to do, but I'll go over certain things as we progress. It's pretty easy to get into, hard to master type of game. So you get 2 characters to start, Dismas and what was his face? Reynold. I want to call him Ronald. They each have a choice of 7 abilities, and they each have different positions they can be used in, and they also hit different positions. So this one can be used in the first 2 slots and hits the first 2 slots. Same with this one, same with that one. This can be used in the first 2 slots, and it's a self buff. Then you've got Battle Heal, Holy Lance, which is used in the back 2 slots and can hit the back 3 slots, but not the first one. And then a Stress Relief. We'll go over all that in a minute. And the same with Dismas. You got Shot, can be used in the back 3 slots, hit the back 3 slots. Grape Shot can be used in the middle 2 slots and can hit the first 3 slots. This one actually is an AoE attack. And then we've got one that de-stealths. We don't see any stealth targets for quite a while, I think. And we've also got one that does bleed. So when you're progressing, each of them has a trap disarm chance, and I usually use whichever one has the highest. I always have them selected and lead on. So we've got inventory, map. This button puts your characters back to where their original start position after you've used the fight, and that one centers the map. So we're going to click on this
Brigands have
and
run
plod
up
on.
these lanes. Keep to the side path. The hamlet is just ahead.
So while in a hallway, press D to move forward and A to move back. If you prefer the mouse, you can click. I just like using the keyboard. So our first fight. So combat is turn-based. On your hero's turn, click a skill icon and then click on the highlighted target. If you can't select a particular skill, it's because that hero needs to be standing in a different spot, or there are no valid targets. Mouse over the skill to see the requirements. That's just what I've explained. So as there's only one, there's not much point using a triple hit shot. We might as well just go for a bleed. So we're doing 2 damage for 3 rounds. And we've also put a debuff on him, so he takes more damage. We can now stun him if we want to. This Zealous can attack 2 people, or we can just hit him with 1. I think we're going to stun him. Or at least try to. No, he resists. Of course he resists. So he's only got 2 health left now, and as he's bleeding for 2, he's dead.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
So after you've killed him, you will get a chance to pick up some loot. And you plod on. Usually you can click up here to increase the torchlight, but as we have no torches, we can't do that. So we're going to have a rummage around the tent. So to interact with any curios like this, you just press W, and then you get a choice to put some kind of like anti-venom or something like that into it. There's a website dedicated to the Darkest Dungeon, but it'll tell you which supply to use on which curio. As we have none, we're just going to loot it anyway and get a few gems.
There is much to be found in forgotten places. An ambush. Send these
now this time we have 2.
The owner has returned, and their kind is no longer welcome.
If he shuts up, and we can. This guy takes up 2 slots, so if you use this, it would only hit twice because he takes up 2. And I kind of like to take the ones with a lower health out first, if possible. But he's got a lot of health, and we can only probably stun or hit him with him and not kill him. So I'm kind of going to shoot this one, and then try and stun him with Reynold. So it's a 50-50 chance, I think. Yeah. So he resisted that time. So we'll get Dismas to shoot this one again. And he's killed, and we'll go for the stun again, hopefully. Maybe get it this time. Yes. So he misses his turn now, because he's stunned. And then we can shoot, or we can bleed in. So I think I'm going to bleed, because it's the same kind of damage, but we also get a bleed on top. Now he has 100% stun resist, so there's no point doing that. We might as well just give him a whack. I mean, you can get later on, when you upgrade your skills, you can get like extra base stun chance, and you can also get trinkets that increase your stun chance. So although we had 100% at that time, we could only do 100%, so that was pretty much going to miss. But later on, this can up to 140, and then with trinkets on the top, even if he has 100% base chance to resist a stun, if we've got 160 chance through spells and trinkets, we still have a 60% chance to stun. But let's just continue cutting him. Right, so he's dead. So we could just do this to put the torchlight up as well, because it's torch plus 24 and mark target. So that would be a way to keep your torch up if you don't have any torches left whilst you're progressing. Once you're finished, you've got a choice to return to the hamlet or continue with adventuring. I want to continue because I want to check out what's in here. As we have some herbs, we might as well use them. Probably just going to have no effect like that, but we might as well use them anyway, just in case it removed that trap. I'd imagine, I think that one was anti-venom to get rid of that, and we've now finished the dungeon because there's nowhere else to go. So we click up here to leave. We've got a little bit of gold. You get quirks and such. So he's got in town will only gamble. So in town you've got stress relief and quirk and disease removal buildings. Eventually, you don't get it after this one, but they do unlock eventually. So in town will only gamble. So he'll have to go to the tavern where you can gamble, use the brothel, and drink. So he won't use any kind of stress relief apart from gambling. So we probably want to get rid of that, but it's not massively important at the moment. Consumed by thoughts of inadequacy, not sure what that one does, and we've got plus 5% crit melee skills. That's nice as well. So once we get into town, we usually go straight to the stagecoach,
Welcome home,
which is this one down here.
This squalid hamlet, these corrupted lands,
And
they are yours
we
now.
want to get 2 new ones because you usually need, well, you definitely need 4 per mission.
Women and men, soldiers and outlaws, fools and corpses.
If he shuts up.
All will find their way to us now that the road is clear.
I always like to increase it to 13 straight away, just so we have a bit extra, and you can also increase the amount of heroes we can get, so we can fill up our barracks as soon as possible. This is so we don't have to keep putting these into stress relief when they get really high. We can just keep running them out into the dungeons. So there isn't much more you can do in town right now. It's time to embark on a quest. Yeah, it's fine. So we've got a graveyard, which I can never find. No one's dead. We've got our memories
Merciful oblivion.
on what's happened, and also we can pick up trinkets.
You will know the tragic extent of my failings.
But as we can't do any of that, we might as well
Trinkets and charms
just go
gathered
on.
from all the forgotten corners of the earth.
So,
A mecca of madness and morbidity.
wow, he's never going to shut up, is he?
Your work begins.
I like to have the stun one, but we don't really have a choice here. So I'm going to swap those 2 around. Oh, but she's got that one. Yeah, I'm probably not going to use that. I'm probably just going to use the blight. So we'll put her back in that position, just so we can use the remove dodge. I don't think it's really going to matter. We might even move dismiss actually. Yeah, we'll go something like that. No, we won't, because we can't use the heal in that position. We can only use the whatever the hell the group heal is. That one, party heal. So we'll just stick like that. It's fine. And we've only got 1 to go, so let's be away. Which one's this one? Ruins. I do have a sheet
The
with
cost of preparedness, measured now in gold, later in blood.
So we get a choice of supplies. Don't know what this one does yet, because it's part of the Colour of Madness DLC, which is the first time I've played it. So I don't really know what that is. Used to tap into otherworldly powers, but where its other effects cannot be used while virtuous. Okay, weird. I have briefly checked on what happens between the Colour of Madness part of it, the farmstead. It's kind of like you don't really move. You kind of go into a room and you just get waves and waves and waves of mobs that you have to kill. As I say, I haven't done it yet, so don't really know. I didn't really want to read too much into it because I like things to be a surprise. The Crimson Court, there's like blood, and there's the Crimson Curse. That's as much as I've read into that. I think you've got to use the blood to counteract the curse or something. I'm not quite sure. So we'll come across that eventually. So I want to take holy water. I want to take a key. Herbs and shovels. Let's take a shovel. We'll take 8 food and 8 torches. And I think that's pretty much all I really want to take, because we don't really have that much money. I'll take a herb. Yeah, that's cool. So from the last playthrough I did, I noted all the curios down and what they were used for, and I've got a nice little sheet in front of us, so hopefully I'll got them written down properly and I'll remember to use what and where. So we need to explore 90% of rooms, so I'll probably just go up and around. If we come across fights, I'm going to try and use his bulwark faith to keep our to increase the light rather than torches. But I do like to keep the torch above 76 whilst we first start out. It just reduces the stress a bit. So these do not bleed. They have 200% bleed resist, so we're just going to kind of shoot them. Sometimes it's worth even just using that for the damage rather than the bleed. So we'll put blight on because that's all we can do. So it does 5 damage, so we just need 1 damage, so let's use that. Right, he's dead now, so we can do whatever we want here. So we might as well get the torch up a little bit. It's a bit of gold. Right. So this is unlocked.
Pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Now, sometimes this has it's trapped, so I think sometimes it's like anti-venom, so let's give it a go. Sometimes it's not, but I can't quite remember. I think I've probably just wasted that anti-venom by accident. By just forgetting. I don't have the chests wrote down, because they're everywhere. I should really remember. And once you've used a supply on something, it remembers what it is and it puts like a little cross on there, so you don't use it again. Right, we've got 3 here. 2 of them are bleed resist, and this back one causes stress. This floaty, womany type thing there. So I usually like to try and get rid of her first. Now we can either go, when they've got prot, like this one has, it's best to either put a bleed or a blight on. As this one is immune to bleed, well, pretty much immune, like 200%, that pretty much means it's not going to happen. We might as well blight. So it's 10 damage. I kind of want to go for this one, because we'll not kill this one this go. It's highly unlikely. How much will this do? 4 to 8. I think we're just gonna get rid of him.
Be gone, fiend.
8 corpses, lovely. You kind of get rid of those. If you leave them too long, they do weird crap. So he is dead. So I'm probably just gonna do a bit of this because I kind of want to use his bulwark again to get the torch up. Okay, we're not going to. Another shovel and some food. Nice. So you can scout You get a bit of scouting chance now and again, so you can go in all the rooms if you want to, or just do the 90. I think we might go down and get that actually, as well, unless things go really bad. Oh, a key and a trinket. So Pross, let's give that to him. You can also press, I think it's T for the torch, if you don't want to click up there. So again, we've got the stressy woman at the back that we'll try and kill. Okay, looks like we're going to get some stress. Maybe? Yeah, definitely going to get some stress.
The way is lit. The path is clear.
We could stun, or we could try and kill that one. 7 to 13, so we need to roll like middle to get him. Yeah, let's go for it. Haha, we miss. Great. Okay, we get a dodge, that's nice. And another dodge, lovely. It's fine, we might heal with our vessel in a minute. Okay, we're getting a bit of stress. That's fine also. Let's try and kill this one.
Press disadvantage. Give them no quarter.
Okay, we've got a blade. I think we're going to heal and just nice crit. When you get crits, it's kind of a bit of stress relief as well, so that's always nice. You've got a bit of prot. Let's chuck that on you. So that's 5. Right, he's dead next go, and as it's his go now, we can just leave him be. So his next go, he's going to die. So let's try and stun this one. Okay, miss. I mean resist, fine. Light him up as well. Resist again. Okay, Mr. Resist. Let's go for a bit extra on the torch and stuff. We don't really need to heal. And we can maybe bleed him now, or just kill him.
Destroy them all.
Destroy all humans. Right, so heirloom chest. This one is locked. I think this is the one you use the anti-venom on, or a key.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Right, let's plod along this way. So, also traps, if you disarm them, it does reduce the stress a bit, but sometimes it's not worth changing the character over to do it. Because if they don't disarm it, you'll take damage and get some stress. So it's always like a bit of a funny thing to do. Whether you want to keep your stress down or potentially remove some or take a bit more. So these are all resistant to bleed. I think I'm just going to shoot them all. I don't think this one at the back does any kind of stress. How much health you got? 10. So we wouldn't kill him. So let's start lighting these up. Damn, son. So he's dead next go. Ouch, he needs to heal. For a massive 5. What on earth? I just don't think I... Okay. That's what that flipping consumed by thoughts of inadequacy. We need to get rid of that. Okay, let's shoot them all.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
We'll blight the front one. Oh, dude, leave her alone, man. So crits cause a lot of stress as well. So we need to heal. And crit heals reduce a bit, but not a great deal.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Right, what's this one again? So, Holy Fountain. This one is a stress heal if we use holy water. So, as she's quite high on stress, let's use holy water. All this talk's make me choke. Right, and I think we're just going to go back.
match is struck. A blazing fire is born.
Excuse me. Alright, so when we get to this room, that will be the end. I think we might as well plod on. We get a hell of a lot of food. You haven't even wanted to eat yet.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
Speak of the devil. Okay, I'm going to continue. Just to maybe get a little bit more. Probably should have gone for that, but it's fine. Early on, it's not that much of an issue. You don't really need to do too much. We'll probably be doing a couple of gold runs and stuff when we get an antiquarian. I could have done with the stun here. Right, this guy here, the third one, he does a lot of stress, so ideally we want to kill him. He's also got quite a bit of dodge, so let's try and remove that. And then we'll shoot him. Oh, and we're not going to get that, so I'm going to prot ourselves to try and get them to mark ourselves, which gives us some prot. Tries to get the aggro from these, so hopefully they'll all go for him. Okay, he's not. Oh, dude.
For the slightest lapse in concentration.
Oh, come on, man. So we need to heal him. We're gonna go for the double blight again. Okay, we only get the one. At least these are going for him. I'm gonna shoot this back one. Right, so he's dead now after this go. Need to heal her. I keep calling him, but it's a her. For a massive 6. And we could maybe go for a stun here. I think we'll go for a stun. Nice to know the damage is 3 to 6. That's 3 to 5. So let's try and stun this one instead then. I've never noticed the damage before, to be honest. Oh. That's ours. It's not theirs, I don't think. Oh well, that was a bit of a waste. Let's blight him up. So his stun will give him 5 damage, and then he'll die on his next turn. He is dead. He doesn't have any dodge, so let's just heal. I mean, it would be a little bit of damage, but not a massive amount. I'm gonna bleed. Well, not bleed. I'm gonna use open vein just for the damage, not for the bleed, because the bleed won't apply anyway.
Great is the weapon that
But it does reduce his bleed chance. That's nice. I think we'll go for a stun here. So he's out of his stun. No, we missed it. So on his next turn, he will just die from the blight. So we'll kill him. And I'm gonna just do that for the heal, because we don't need to do anything there. I'm just gonna hit this one, just for babies getting a crit and some stress relief. Just wasting a bit of time just so we can get a heal in. Because he's dead anyway, so it's fine. Ooh, nice. And heirloom chest, we don't have a key. Yes, we do. Why isn't... It's not telling us. It usually tells us to use it. Oh well, never mind. Okay, that's that one done. Let's go. So 4k and a bunch of heirlooms to upgrade our town. Consumed by thoughts of... Oh, come on, man. Increased chance of winning while gambling. Cool. Intense craving for alcohol. And a hard noggin. Nice. So we need to remove those intense craving of inadequacy. What is it?
Long-standing duties here have
consumed by thoughts of inadequacy. Yeah, that's what we need to remove. So here we have our Abbey. This is our main stress relief. You would put them in. He doesn't want to because he's...
calls to the faithful.
You put them in, click that, and that would be like stress relief, but we're not going to do that just yet. You can also upgrade them. Again, not going to do that. We can't get into there. This one removes quirks and diseases. Our tavern is drinking,
cards and curtained rooms,
gambling,
and
and
to the weary and broken
the brothel.
alike.
Our caretaker's in the brothel, so we can't use that. We have our first trinket, blacksmith and guild we can't unlock. Let's see who's in our stagecoach. So I know this a little bit better now, and I don't really use the abomination. It might come in handy like this one, because I've never done the Crimson Court, so I don't really know what's coming. But we definitely want a couple more of these. And I think we are going to take him anyway. Have you got a heal? Yes. So we're going to use this Crusader as our healer this time. And stress relief, nice. We could, no. Yeah, that's fine. So I'm back. Right, this is the new one. A strange glow at the farmstead. The comet's impact was felt here in the hamlet. The great impact toppled the gravestones and kicked up a cloud of dust that covered the entire region. When it finally settled, an eerie miasma, I don't know how to pronounce that, was seen to spread from the mill. It distorted the rules of time and space far beyond imagining. Venture to the miller's farm to see what has been done. Do we want to go short apprentice? Get some comet shards. We don't want you. See what ability? Oh, right, we got all the abilities there. So we could put Dismas at the back. I kind of. I don't really want to get any of these killed, but you never know. We might do another short one anyway. But anyway, I'll decide what we're going to do before we go, because that's new, and being a bit higher level might be beneficial to see how it goes a little bit better. So we might do one of these, or we might just go and have a look to see what it's like. But that's for the next one, so thanks for watching. I will see you next time.